today's the day. You guys might want to know what today is actually about. And today, election results have been released. And I can't wait to see what the results are. So I'm going to be checking by here. Yeah, today's the day. I'm excited. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay. Won. I won the election by one vote. I feel bad for Order. Interesting. I do feel bad for Order. But this is crazy. I won. I have won the election. Maybe that I have a feeling that that thing definitely helped out. I mean, the what I call the debate really did help me out with this. And yeah, the debate helped, and my very early advertising for president so I could get the word out. I mean, if you think about it, like, holy, I think my efforts just won, just barely, but I feel like what has happened is that Sayo, I think, hasn't started advertising until, or promoting her campaign until a little, not like like 2-3 weeks ago, maybe 4, maybe a month ago. But I've had these posters up for about 2-3 months now, I believe. So I think that really helped. And also this big sign, like, oh yeah, you'll definitely see it on the way over. So actually, this made me think, well, I want to get rid of all the election posters. So I think what I want to do is change the sign to say Urio won, so I could let the entire server know that I won the campaign. And yeah, so actually, I think right now I'm gonna fix that, and there we go. That sign looks probably way better. I mean, now I'm on top of all that, so I mean, and it's a good place for every, like, if you have 20 render distance and you're looking around, let's say if you're at this lower bit and you just kind of look around and you see, oh, Erie won the election. But I do want to say that this wouldn't be here for too long, I would say, because well, it's just not, it's just not in best interest, because I'm sure it doesn't require that much more time. So yeah, I do want to say that I want to remove all my current campaign signs. Why is that still floating? But yeah, all my current campaign signs, and I don't know. I'm trying to think, should I... Well, maybe that might be a good point to talk to Brian about, but like, should we find the people who have these let's say signs up, or should we just like pre-remove them and then just send them back? Now, right now, I'm thinking I want to just remove them and send them straight back to Seo, because that's the only other sign that's available. But for my signs, I could easily remove them. So yeah, that's definitely going to be uh something I'm going to be doing. Hey Brian. Um
Yeah.
well, uh well, let's head inside real quick. This is more serious matters, or a bit more serious matters.
Okay.
Um okay, you may have not heard yet. Maybe you have, but I won the election. So
Oh yeah,
basically
I heard some
now,
rumors about that.
uh you're now a sitting vice president.
Well, I have to say that I am very happy.
Yeah. So as I promised, or kind of am promising, is that I want to sign in the infrastructure law, or infrastructure. whatever the infrastructure thing that we have planned is. So
Yeah, so as I'm aware right now, well, I'm not aware of the contents of this law.
I haven't actually written it out yet, but I want to discuss it and kind of just get it signed into place. You know.
Okay.
So I'm sure. I mean, we kind of somewhat discussed it in just general other times, but so what do you think exactly are the points that we need in the law?
Well, just in general, from what I have been thinking about earlier, is that we have basically get a committee that is in charge of the taxes. So everyone pays a tax. I don't know exactly the amount right now, but let's say one
well,
one diamond block per month or something like that.
for what like the railway?
Just in general,
Just general tax, you say?
Yeah.
And
then
well,
we
I want to
will
hold off on
start-
taxes for now,
but this is a part of this, and then we will come up when we have the certain date that today the project of the infrastructure will begin, and this means that we will start building on this.
oh, okay.
And then what will happen is that once we have figured out, for example, an area where we need to build a certain railroad track, when we figure out this route, we can mark this route out, and then we can offer a job which will get paid by the government, and this tax will be used to pay this salary. So because of this, it will hopefully get more people to actually help and build.
I see. Okay.
This will help
Well,
many of us
I have a
contribute
few
to.
things that I want to kind of point out with what you kind of have planned, of course. So, or what you think should come into place. So, of course, you want the some taxes. Well, I want to probably start at a minimal tax, and also.
What did you say? What you cut out?
Minimal
Start
tax.
a what? Oh, minimal.
Minimal, like a small tax. Not. I mean, yeah, a diamond block is pretty cheap as well, but what I'm saying is that diamond block, in my opinion, seeing it, is actually pretty expensive as a tax, because I don't even there's not too many people with excess of diamonds. So I would say a diamond per month, and then this would of course be controversial, but or two diamonds per month, maybe from all the members, or we kind of go about 4 diamonds.
Well, in that case, if 4 diamonds per what?
Per month. 4 diamonds might be a good number right there.
If you think about it like this, how many members are there?
I believe, I think 15 full members.
Okay, if we say 15 times 4 in that case, that is 60. Well, that is actually quite a lot when you think about it.
Yeah. I mean,
if we say that everyone pays, then it's 60 diamonds. And let's say 2 people apply for this job to, for example, build a certain amount of road.
Yeah.
Then we would give each of them what would that be? Each of them 30 diamonds?
Each of them 30 diamonds. But also remember the supplies.
That would be
you
super
gotta remember
good.
the supply.
Well, yeah, that can also be that you get the supplies as a part of it. Or something like
that. I guess. I'm trying to think more on lines. Well, if we were to, let's say, buy some supplies from the shops over there.
Well, right now I feel like this project will have to start maybe in minimum like 2 weeks or something.
Yeah. So well, there's that. But anything
then
else
infrastructure
infrastructure that would technically be necessary for your
Yeah, that is train stations, additional train stations. Well, yeah,
additional train
we will have
stations.
to. I'm thinking, the train station we built in UE Season 3?
Uh, oh man. Yeah, yeah, that something like
Yeah,
that.
that one. To be honest, if we don't want to have to spend too much time, we could, if you still have that schematic, we could
Hmm.
build that
I
train
still
station
do.
here. We could build that one here at spawn, because it's kind of a
True.
central one that goes all.
And it's not too bad looking, so that's
Yeah, and it's not
something.
probably too difficult. So I'm thinking,
Maybe I could do some redesigning as well. Maybe look a bit more extra unique, you know. But other than
yeah,
that, I mean,
and then we could hopefully get as many people as
mm,
possible to help build on that one.
true. Because remember, these are going to be, I guess, more community-oriented projects.
And then, of course, we want everyone to have a small one at their base at least. They can build how
True,
big they want,
but that's
but
their
not
own
as small,
personal.
not as small as RGBs.
Oh, ignore that. I had a little discussion with him a while back, and he realized, oh, that makes sense.
Okay.
But other than that, any besides the railway, like infrastructure wise, how would we do the infrastructure for,
Well,
let's say, the shopping district and rest of like this section of spawn, that technically office section of spawn? Like, do we
wait.
put new roads in? Like, do we
Wait,
want to
wait. Can
put
we
new
just,
roads in?
if you can just cut quickly and we go in GC because I need to look at A4. Yeah. So if I'm in A4 right now,
We're cutting this
if we
out,
just
right?
quickly. Yeah, okay. If I just quickly look at the spawn, like, there isn't really any missing infrastructure. The only thing I could see right now is
I
like
meant more
maybe a
like
bridge
future
or
infrastructure, but also making the current paths more modernized and more.
I mean the current paths work fine. So I think like you can be responsible for that if you want to do something about that. The only thing I can think about right now is maybe build some kind of bridge, an additional bridge over to the shopping district.
Like a bit more further out that way.
Yeah, you see right now.
Like a bit further down that river, going
Right
more
now, if you
south.
come, if you for example die, you don't have your elytra. If you come
Oh,
here, you want to go to the shopping
wait.
district.
Oh, real quick. Let me head out. Where are you at?
At the ghost little place.
Oh, ghost. Oh wait.
No, his small.
There, yeah, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're here
like
and
a
you've lost
bridge
your
like
ladder, you want to
this
get up,
here.
and you want to get up there, you have to go all the way around. In that
True.
case, what we could do is just maybe build a little bridge
Like
here, and
continue
then
off here
over,
and build
and
a
then
bridge,
over
yeah.
here, we could build a staircase that goes up.
Like maybe that wraps around the mountain, or maybe kind of zigzag staircase sort of style thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do that. Some minor improvements. Oh, also technically under infrastructure would be lighting up the shopping district a bit better.
Okay.
I would do that, and also that would technically be under it, but also I was considering right in front of these or the the offices. Where are you at?
Yeah.
I was considering in front of the offices maybe more of a stone path instead of a, the grass path. I just want to try and get this I want to try and get some of this infrastructure done, at least get that signed into law, and then eventually maybe at some point do more future taxes, but primary focus for me is the infrastructure law.
Yeah.
Because it will help accumulate our research or resources, not research, or maybe some research, I don't know. But also surveying the land and see how we all need to do this,
Yeah, but so right now, what I'm thinking is that I can probably should be able to get my video of the train station be finished. So when I'm done with that we can probably start thinking about how we should do with the train tracks.
Okay.
So we can start with that then.
Okay. Well, um, one thing I know for a fact is that we need to if you have time, I'm going to be probably writing out the I think probably would be executive order to sign into uh law the
The
thing.
Inflation
But
Reduction Act.
should at some point later we just both write it out together and we make our own modifications to it, or should you draft it and I finalize it, or vice versa?
Yeah, you can. To be honest, you could write it, and then I can see after. I can look,
Okay, yeah.
and
So
then we will have to have
is
basically when the law passes into action, we're gonna have to gather some more people, and then have like
true. We need to do some recording.
well,
Not
you'll have to
recording,
stand
but
here. You'll have to
recruiting.
stand. You'll have to stand here with the pen and pencil, and then we have to have like two people standing on this side,
I see, I see, I see. Yeah.
and then
That's
someone
definitely
filming.
um maybe maybe
It will look super.
maybe since we're the only two people in the government, I
I know, but
I
we
have
can't do that. We can just get
true.
some other people.
I do have an idea. Maybe get our
Well, the people who
technically
voted.
uh the people who voted, or also maybe our opponents to see
Actually, right
to
now,
agree upon, to see if they agree upon what we do. Maybe our previous opponents
yeah,
for the election. So, you think that everything should be uh in correct order? You think
yep,
we have the infrastructure with the railroads, how we're going to calculate those taxes, and then also how we're going to do infrastructure at spawn, some of those plans, and then also how everything should be functioned. So I'm going to write up the draft, and then we'll do some uh maybe bring in some of our opponents, probably Order, and maybe Seo, and maybe we need at least one extra person to sign. So I'll probably just bring in Order and thinking about it, but we'll see. But yeah, it's just part of it. It's our little thing that we're gonna do
yeah,
to
yeah.
make the server a way better server, you know. So
Yeah,
yeah. Well, let me just walk you out of here for a little bit. Um. So oh well, thank you for just coming in and helping me get just a way better general idea of how we should
yeah, yeah. Of course, that's
get
my
that
duties
stuff
in
all
some ways,
handled.
vice president.
Yeah, thank you. It really does help because I really don't have the best memory of what like what exactly I had planned, because you may have known, but I kind of lied that on the podium of the debate stage that well that I have a draft already ready. So
Yeah, maybe.
or had will immediately sign into law once I'm elected, you know, that sort of thing. So yeah,
Yeah,
I guess I'll see you later.
yep.
Yep, see ya. Okay, so now I basically now have to just make this draft of this infrastructure law that I'm going to be making. So, I really need to figure. I mean, I already figured it out. Brian really helped me out with this. So, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to write this law out in here, And oh wow, this is real high up in the page for some odd reason. Whatever. But yeah, I'll write it. And yep. Okay. I got this bill written out. So actually, I have all the information that's I believe needed. Oops, accidentally made a page, but I think it accidentally deletes itself. But here I wrote infrastructure bill, and then I actually didn't write the full thing on it, like CE 201 2.01, which that's going to be something for a later time. That uh, it's like a subcode or something that says, "Oh, please refer to um section 2.01 or something like that." Let's say in a constitution, I don't know. It's just an example that I'm listing. But as I mean, I'll just review it over. So there's number one, tax allocation or tax, and then it goes allocation of 5 diamonds per player monthly tax, which that's what Brian and I talked to about. And then after the tax, it would go directly to the funds for new projects and paying workers. Okay, we talked about workers and funding projects. Okay, workers will get a cut of the tax depending on how much is done. So on a like maybe they did minimal work, they get like a diamond, or they basically carried the entire project. It would be, let's say, a like a maybe even a 10 diamond bonus, or I don't know. It pays per job and varies on how much you do, unlike regular jobs with an hourly pay. And then there's section 2, projects. This basically talks about all the projects that are currently wanting to list under this bill to pretty much pre-approve them basically with the bill itself. So there's 2A, the railway infrastructure, and then 2B, spawn projects, this including the shopping district. And then I added something a bit interesting personally. So I added the office holder. So, I mean, to start off, I mean, yeah, the head of the official name for the office holder for basically the head of the department is the head of the fractured department of infrastructure, or to kind of list it, the shortened version of fractured department of infrastructure, which is kind of a long name. It's FDOI, which isn't that bad. I might want to rewrite it, maybe of transportation or something. It would probably be more like infrastructure because it's more of a dedicated thing, because it would be FDOT, which actually, personally, some of you guys might not know this, but I'm from Florida, so it kind of adds some disparity between real life me and in-game me. So I think this probably is best. And then I'm just gonna go on from this position right here where my mouse is, but the position has the authority to approve proposed projects and hire and pay workers. Okay, hire. That's misworded a little bit. Only the president will have the authority to overrule any decision made by the head of the department. The position can be appointed by a position on the ballot, which is a like, let's say if the president were to start doing elections, it would be on a ballot, or this is actually right here, be overruled by directly appointing them by the president. And then yeah, so that is just so let's say the president, which is me basically, which yeah is kind of contradicting what the election is. But since there is no general predetermined position, like ballot or next election, I had to put that in for now. So, yeah, there will be no term limit and be in the position indefinitely until the president decides to add the position to an election ballot. Right there. And then this last section is kind of personally, I wanted to keep it separate, but kind of in there at the same time, to kind of help people interpret it better. But how proposals work is basically proposals can be proposed by anyone. So even a regular citizen can propose it, which actually adds some real usefulness, because maybe, let's say a citizen complains that, oh, they're not getting enough love on their end of the island, or player, whatever. So it could be directly related to that. But then I added 2 extra levels, like there's a priority list, referring back to 4A, which it's on a level from 1 to 5, in which whenever it goes through the filter, which is basically where you turn in a suggestion via a book or a piece of paper, which the office will have a suggestions or proposal box, which, I mean, it'll kind of make a bit more sense later, but this is kind of the general grand scheme of things. But also then this last section will refer back to section 3, which will interpret the like how people approve said proposed projects, which is the head of the department, which is good. So yeah, there's that. Now I wish I could make a very big thing right now, but right now there's no direct constitution or a leading governing document, but that's kind of planned. But for now, to get things done and to get responses and allocate resources, just like how I just did, I mean, being leader of the or president, I'll just say president, because well, it's probably better to just have as president, because it's, for now, a republic. It actually, thinking about it, I do have other plans. This kind of contradicts my plans, this entire bill and how I listed all this does contradict, but I'm doing this for a reason, and it's to gain support on a server. Like, okay, he's doing something, he's not being like a dictator or fully controlling what the server needs yet. But overall, the grand scheme of things, I mean, I'm going to talk to Order, actually, to mention it next episode. So yeah, I'm not gonna rumor anything at all yet, but yeah. So I guess I hope you guys liked this video. If you guys didn't, hit the dislike button. But if you guys did, hit the like button, and I'll see you guys in the next video of the Fractured SMP or my Let's Play. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye!